Now, this is lecture number 27, and we already solved this problem in the previous lecture number 26 by using superposition theorem, mesh analysis, and nodal analysis. Now, in this lecture, we solve the same problem by Thevenin and Norton theorem. So, first of all, we have to find out current in this branch. So let us take, this is A and this is B, and this is the load resistance RL. So first in step number 1, first of all we remove this RL from the circuit, from the main circuit, and find out VAB. VTH, that will be Thevenin equivalent voltage. After finding VTH, we required to evaluate RTH or ZTH at this in these terminal VAB. So this is step number 1 when we required VTH VAB in this circuit. So we know that current in this whole circuit is 2 angle 0 degree because there is a current source, means here this current 2 angle 0 degree is entering, and here this is leaving, or maybe say we can leaving. So first of all make this half part here. So this is A, let us say terminal VA, and we consider this is let us say B, then the potential is VB. So current is entering in this terminal in this way, and this is it is outgoing from this terminal because we consider the convention, and here current is entering in this node. So we consider this is positive, this is negative, and the value of current here I is 2 angle 0 degree, and this is 5 angle 0 degree. So apply here KVL. So start from here, high potential, that would be plus of VA and minus, this is positive, this is negative, minus of 4 into I would be 2 angle 0 degree, and here this is positive negative, we all know already. So minus of 5 angle 0 degree is equal to minus VB is equal to 0. So VA minus VB, that would be VTH or VAB, is equal to, taking this side, 5 angle 0 degree plus 4 to the 8 angle 0 degree. So in the polar form it would be 13 angle 0 degree. So we find out VTH or VAB in this way. Now find out in step number 2 RTH. So to find RTH, first of all we remove all the sources. So this voltage source is replaced by their internal resistance, short circuit, R is equal to 0 for this voltage source, and here the internal resistance infinite for this current source. So this is open circuit. Now we find out RTH at these terminal. So in this J5 inductor there is open circuit, so we cannot consider this. So we know that RTH is here directly 4 ohm. Students are taking mistake for finding out RTH. They are considering this J5 R in series. So this is very important point to consider, that if there is open circuit branch, so we cannot consider in the RTH. So this is RTH is equal to 4 ohm for this circuit. Now we can move into the step number 3, where we connect our VTH, RTH, and or we can say ZTH, VTH and ZL in series. So this is our ZTH, that would be 4 ohm, and that is VTH, that would be 13 angle 0 degree. So we connect in the series at terminal AB, and again from AB we connected our load impedance ZL, that would be minus k J2. So when we apply KVL, it would be plus of VTH minus of IL into ZTH and minus of IL into ZL. So we take IL is equal to VTH upon ZTH plus ZL. So VTH is here 13 angle 0 degree upon ZTH is 4 and ZL is our minus k J2. So when we solve this, we get 2.9 angle 26.56 degree. So this is the same answer when we solve this question by KVL, KCL and superposition theorem. So in this way, now we solve this question again by using Norton theorem. So now when we solve this question by Norton theorem, so it is our main circuit. First of all, we remove this branch, that is ZL, from the main circuit, and we take this AB terminal short circuited and find out IN, Norton current. So when we consider this, we take, let us say this is M1 and consider current I1, and let us say this is I2. So we consider IN. So IN would be basically I1 plus I2, right? Vector sum, because this is AC. So first of all, apply KVL in mesh 1. KVL in mesh 1, apply the equation. So this is the last terminal of this battery, plus 5 angle 0 degree, and this is positive negative minus of 4 into I1, and there is no resistance, so is equal to 0. So we find out here I1. So I1 would be 5 angle 0 degree upon 4. It comes 1.25 angle 0 degree. And from this mesh number 2, we apply super mesh KVL in M2. By using super mesh, we know already directly the value of I2, that would be 2 angle 0 degree. So in this way, we find out IN here. IN, that is I1 plus I2. So we know that the value of I1 and I2, put here 1.25 angle 0 degree plus 2 angle 0 degree. It comes 3.25 angle 0 degree by using calculator. So in this way we find out IN. Now in the main circuit, where we remove this ZL, find out Z equivalent at terminal AB. So we already know we cannot consider this J5 ohm impedance because it is open circuit. So Z equivalent is 4 ohm. We already find out Z equivalent in Thevenin theorem in the same lecture. So we make again Norton equivalent circuit. So in Norton equivalent circuit, we connect all the parameters in parallel. First of all, IN, that is we denoted here, IN and ZTH is connected in parallel with across AB terminal, and AB terminal we remove this ZL. So again we connect this ZL here. So now here we apply current division rule. We find out IL. So when we find out IL, this is the main current IN, and here we can take taking denominator those impedance which are in the parallel. So we find out IL here. So we consider this ZTH in numerator, and denominator is the whole impedance ZL plus ZTH. We know all the values. So put here IN, this is 3.25 angle 0 degree, and ZTH. So ZTH is basically, this is Z equivalent. So this is ZTH. So ZTH is 4 ohm upon 4 minus ZL J2. So when we solve this and convert into the polar form, so we can get 2.9 angle 26.56 degree. So in this way we find the same answer as we solve by using Thevenin theorem. So in this way, this is lecture number 27, right? So now we solve this question by all the methods. Thank you.